today. We do love our kits here at Beadaholique. And I had the pleasure of designing this kit just like a month ago. This is a brand new kit to Beadaholique. So it was really fun to play with all the beads, come up with color combinations. And what this kit is it's a Bohemian Czech Glass memory wire bracelet kit, and it comes in 4 different colorways. And so we're gonna put together one of them here today together. And I see Liz is here. Happy Thursday. Hello, Liz. And Eric is there in the background helping us, and Michelle is there in the background. So we have a great team here to help with any questions you might have. But this is a really fun, really easy project. I also love it because you only need one tool, and that is a pair of chain nose pliers or round nose pliers. So that's really fun. Hello, Julie Soul and Aaron R. Hello. All right, guys, this is gonna be really fun. I love these kits. I love memory wire. I love quick and easy. I love instant gratification. So this kind of checks all those boxes. And so let me give you a little peek of what we're going to be making. This is the colorway that we're gonna be doing here in this live jewelry making class. So you see that this is memory wire. So it's really cool. It's all coiled and it retains its shape. I see Francie's here and Sue from Wisconsin and Sharon, hello. Okay, so this is the colorway that we're doing. But it does come in other colorways too. We have a really pretty purple and bronze colorway. And I'll show you these too when I flip my camera down. And hello, Piper and Francis and Santa Barbara girl. Hello, guys. But you see all these really pretty sparkly beads, and they come in 4 different colors. Okay. So a quick note about how these lives work if you are joining us for the first time. Hello, welcome. I am here live. It is Thursday morning here in May. And if you are on the Beadaholique website and you are commenting, I can read your comment, which is great, which means I can help you with questions. I can see what you like, what you don't like. If we have some design ideas, we can share them back and forth, which is great. Now, if you are on one of our other platforms like Facebook or YouTube, there's a link in the description of your video. You can click on it, it'll pop you over here to Beadaholique, and then I can see your comments live. And I just saw, I missed a couple comments. I see Yolanda, I think I saw Diane. Oh, these earrings. So these earrings are a past show that I did, and it is archived, so you can always go rewatch the replay. So all these lives are saved, and you can always go back and rewatch them. These were pretty cool. These are actually just a right angle weave with crystals and some charm chain and a pretty little pendant. And I love these. These are great. I wear them even during the day, even though they're a little bit fancy. I still like wearing them. Oh, Auntie Dear Diane, hello. And Susan from Seattle, hello. I'm in Seattle next week for a wedding. I cannot wait. Okay, guys, let's start designing. Yeah, thank you guys. They're really fun. I love big statement earrings. I think they're so fun. I'm not so much of a necklace person, but I love the statement earrings. Oh, and Maria's saying she did those and she loves them. Great. And you could do them in any colorway. I've got, oh, someone remind me, I have like the Seattle Seahawks colors, which was completely unintentional. But you can do these in any color that you like. Okay, let's flip the camera down so we can look at these bracelets a little bit more. I see Patty from Philly, hello, and Sarah from Louisiana, and Monica from Rhode Island. Hello, guys. We have a really fun show today. Okay, so here is the kit itself. So when you order one of these, you get all the supplies you need to make the full bracelet. Now I'm gonna open this up here live in just a minute, but let me show you again the colorways. So the one we're going to be making is this one right here. Let me adjust my light a little bit here. Feels just a little shadowed today. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. And when will the replay be available? The replay for this show here will be available as soon as the show wraps up. So just in probably about 45 minutes or so. And then the replay for like the earring one I did, that's already available. I know Michelle or Eric can link to it. All right, so here's what these look like. And then I did a full YouTube video on this as well. So you can always go back and rewatch. But I'm gonna put one on because I did get a really good comment on the YouTube video saying, oh, it would have been good to see one on your wrist. And they were absolutely right. I did not put one on my wrist, but this is what they look like. And they are pretty much one size fits all because they really adjust to the wrist. So there's that. And then you just kind of uncoil it so you don't have to worry about fiddling with the clasp or sizing, which is nice. Okay, so this is one colorway. Another colorway is the purple and the bronze. And the way I set the beads up was to almost look like 6 different bracelets. But you can definitely change the patterns around. But I wanted it, if you looked at it from like a side slice, to almost look like you're wearing 6 stacking bracelets. Okay. And then we got, for the turquoise silver people out there who, I mean, this is so pretty and summery. So here we go. You got this with all this, and you'll get all the beads you need to make these in the kit. And you'll get the memory wire and the instructions. And the memory wire is pre-cut, so you get the exact amount of coils that you need, so you don't have to purchase a memory wire cutter. So that's already pre-cut. And here's my pink and green one too. So it's fun to see the comments of who likes which ones. I tried, because like I said, I was designing these. I tried to make ones that hopefully would appeal to everyone who's got favorite colors. Like this is my favorite color, but I know like the turquoise and the silver is so pretty, but yay, so lots of fun. Okay, so like I said, you're not going to need memory wire cutters to cut this. The only tool you need is something to turn your ends, which is one of the first steps we're going to do right here. So this is how it looks to have a turned end. And I just use my chain nose pliers. I really like using chain nose pliers for that, but you can also use round nose pliers. So that's the only tool you need, which is great. Okay, so I'm going to kind of put these guys up here, and let's open up. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of turquoise love. Yeah, the turquoise is very pretty. I want to pair this with orange. Like I would wear like some type of like orange flowery dress and put this with it. Okay. So here we go. We're going to open this guy up so you have a picture to reference right here. You've got your memory wire, so that's ready to go for you. And like I mentioned, it is pre-cut, so you don't have to worry about cutting it, which is nice. You are also going to get instructions. So you'll get the written instructions. So maybe if you want to give this as a gift or to someone who doesn't have access to this video, you've got all the instructions here for the steps, the loops, all of that, so someone can make it without having to reference a video. And then we got beads, lots and lots of beads. Okay. So although the wire is pre-cut, how much do you use for 5 to 6 wraps? You'll use the 5 to 6 loops that it's pre-cut. Great question. And I love this. I'm so happy we're able to do this live. So you will use the 5 to 6 loops that are pre-cut for you right here for your 5 to 6 coils. So you see this right here. So that's going to be what you're going to use. Awesome question. Yeah, please ask questions. This is the perfect time to do that. Okay, so you're going to get an entire tube of these square beads, and all the beads are glass. These are not plastic. These are all beautiful Czech glass. That's why we're calling this Bohemian Czech Glass memory wire kits. And then you're going to get a tube of seed beads, and of course you're going to get whatever colors you order. So if you're ordering the turquoise and silver, you're of course going to get the turquoise and silver beads and the tubes and all of that. Okay, and then you're getting a really nice big strand of Czech Glass fire polish. Oh, thank you, Francie. And then you're going to get a nice strand of these round ones, which to me look like pearls. I like those. These two are Czech Glass. And then another strand of the fire polish. So you're going to get these beads right here. And you're going to get the memory wire, the instructions, and the photo. Okay. Oh, good. I love it, Diane. Happy about kits. Kits are so fun. And they're really fun to make too. I've had the pleasure of making a lot of the Beadaholique kits, and I love it. Okay, so I'm going to just use a cutter only to cut the strand here. A cutter is not a tool you need for the project. So you could just use a pair of scissors or whatever. Oh, thank you, Miss J. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut all my strands so I have little piles to go from. And what I'm going to do for my stringing sequences is only a suggestion. You guys absolutely do what you want. You get all these beads. You don't have to follow my pattern. It's a good guideline if you're unsure what you want to do, or if you like how it looks in the picture, then you can follow along my pattern, but don't feel like you have to. Because we are all about playing. So then I'll cut this one. Yes, Patty, that is a very good point. So she says, and they are so easy for beginners like granddaughters. Absolutely. Speaking of kids or grandkids, I have to share with you guys. I don't think I've shared this yet. I taught my son how to sew on the sewing machine, my sewing machine, and he is a natural, and he's waking up at 5 a.m. to sew on the sewing machine, and I am so delighted. It makes me so happy to see him with a new creative outlet like that, and he's really proud of it. He's making plushies for all of his friends, which is so sweet. He's taking requests at school and coming home and making things on the sewing machine once he gets home. So I just had to share that now that that just triggered that memory. Okay, and then let's see. My bracelet size is 7-inch, but I don't like it too tight. Will this work for me? Yes, I think it will work fine for you. Do you not use the compartments on your beading mat for the beads? Oh, I do. Yeah, I could. Let me see. They're just a little bit off center. Here's the compartments on my beading mat. We could absolutely put these over in the compartments. I just have them centered because I think it'll be a little easier to see on camera. If I wasn't doing this on camera, I would I would definitely have them in my little cubbies. Is the necklace tutorial in the near future? Oh, which necklace tutorial? Is the memory wire able to be sized for my wrist 6 3/4? So the memory wire that we used for this kit is medium. Medium memory wire is pretty nice in that it fits most wrist sizes. My wrist is about 6.5, and it fits very comfortably. It fits a 7.5. There are large size and small sizes of memory wires available. We don't have them in the kits, but if you have anywhere in like a 6, 7, 7.5, I would even think 8-inch wrist, you're going to be fine because this stretches out. See, the coils can actually bend outward, and it's never doesn't feel too tight, which is nice. So this is pretty good. This medium size right here is pretty good for a lot of different wrist sizes. Oh, thank you, Monica. Yeah, I love it that my son is taken to sewing. He asked too. He just saw my sewing machine up on a shelf in the garage and said, Mom, can you take that out? And can I learn how to sew? And he's just going for it. It's so fun. Okay, so here we go. We have all the beads. We've got our memory wire. So to begin, we need a way of stopping our beads from falling off when we go ahead and start to string them. I think the memory wire is 22 gauge, I think, but it's not like a 22 craft wire gauge in terms of pliability and softness. It is a hard steel wire, so it holds its shape. Good question, though. I love this. I love doing this live. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to turn our end, and we want to turn it out and away from the center because we don't want to turn it inward and have it poke us. Yeah, I agree. Anything to get them away from the screen. I totally agree. My son, he is 11. I have an 11-year-old and a 6-year-old. And of course, my 6-year-old, the 11-year-old's the one who's really taken to sewing, but my 6-year-old is seeing his brother sew things and wants to do it. So what we do is we do a team sew where I thread it through the machine and he's under the table pushing the pedal. And I'm like, okay, push now. Okay, stop. So we do it as a team because of course his feet aren't, long enough to reach the pedal and push it through. I don't know if I really want his fingers near that needle either. So that's how we do it for my 6-year-old. But my 11-year-old just wakes up before everybody, and I wake up now to the sound of a sewing machine. Okay, so here we go, and we're just going to turn it. And to turn it, we just rotate it up and over, and you can see we made like a little hook. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab it and keep turning it until you have a little loop. And you just want that loop to be like so. So it's sitting up and away from what's going to be your wrist. And then what we're going to do, I can't see that. Okay. So Jenny, what I can do is I'm going to turn another end when we finish this. So I'll show that technique again at the end for sure. Do you have gold memory wire for the kits? So I'll show you. The silver one here comes with silver memory wire. You can kind of see an end right here. The one I'm working on comes with silver. This one here comes with gold. So the bronze purple one has a gold base, but you really don't see the memory wire except for on the little ends. And then the pink and green and white also has gold memory wire. So you can just see that little bit of gold right there. And if you have like a charm at home or some head pins, you can make little dangles to go on these too. Okay, so we're gonna start with a pretty simple pattern to begin with as what's going to be our first loop. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Wow, so pretty. That's a very sweet comment. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up 2 of my seed beads, and these are a size 8/0, and they are Toho rounds. So they're a really nice seed bead, and we're just going to put that on there, followed by one of our I'm going to call these pearls. They just look like pearls to me. So they're glass, they're Czech glass, but I'm just going to refer to them as my purple pearl because it's easier to distinguish it that way. And so then we're just going to repeat that pattern. So it's 2 and then a pearl. And remember, you can do any pattern you like here. These are only suggestions, but you can absolutely do whatever you like. So once you have a few beads on, I want to show you what you can do is you can do this and then you can swirl it down. And what it'll do is it's going to come to rest against that little loop that you made. And so that's all there is to making a memory wire bracelet. It's so easy to do, which is nice. So now what I'm just going to continue doing that until I basically come back to this point here, and then I'm going to consider that to be one loop. So I'm just going to bead away. I'm just going to add my beads in that same pattern. And we'll just keep doing this. So I divided this pattern into 6, well, I made 6 distinct bead patterns for this. So for each loop of this to look like 6 different bracelets when you wear it. So I considered like one pattern for each loop. And so when you get the instructions, it's going to break it down by loop. So say for loop 1, so this is essentially loop 1 that we're on right now. And then as soon as we finish this loop, as soon as we get back to the beginning, we'll be on loop 2 and so forth, and there'll be 6 of them. But you see how this is coming together very quickly. And Piper's saying, I like the plum colored pearl beads. I do too. They're very luxurious looking. And I based this pattern off, my starting bead was this. I really loved this mixed bead strand, and so I built the other colors off of that when I designed this color combo. Okay, so here we've got some more. So you see how that's starting to look? And we'll swirl it on down. Keep going. So this is where we're at. And when you are swirling it down, make sure there's no gaps in the memory wire. But here we're almost done. See, we're almost to basically our starting point. So just a few more beads and then we're going to do the next sequence. And if you make a mistake, you just take the beads off and you can restring them. The pearl beads are 6 millimeter. So we've got the pearls are 6. The small fire polish here are 4s, 4 millimeter, and these guys over here, the big ones, are an 8 millimeter. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Maybe one more pearl. Okay, and swirl. And okay, so here we go. So if you look here, this is what I meant. We're kind of back to the starting point. I think I'm going to add maybe, well, I don't know if I need to add anything more. I could just go from here, or I can add another couple seed beads. I think I'll add another couple seed beads, but that is one loop. So that is your first loop on your bracelet. I'll add 2 more little seed beads. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is for me right now, because I have this in front of me, I'm just going to refer back to another one. So the next loop that comes after the pearl seed bead one is going to be the 4 millimeter Czech Glass cube. 4 millimeter Czech Glass cube. So I'm just going to look at the colors I have here. So I'm going to do a little 4 millimeter Czech Glass and a cube bead. And that's the pattern. It's just on repeat there until you do another loop. And these bracelets are really forgiving. If you put a different bead in there, it's really not going to matter. They're kind of these eclectic, patchworky. So I feel like you don't have to overthink this one. And then periodically you can just swirl them down if you want to see how they're looking. And so this one just continued where the other one stopped. And then the only thing is when you do that, you just have to kind of look and see which bead you left off on so you know which is your next bead. So we have a little time here because it takes a little bit to do these loops. What beading projects are everybody working on right now? Does anyone have anything fun that they're in the middle of? Oh, thanks, Jenny. She says, great price for the kits. Yeah, they are a good price. Well, that's part of it too. It's like, it's fun to get something that's like a really good value and everything put together. Oh, thank you, Susan. Oh, Hazel's doing Kumihimo. Love that. So, and Michelle is saying, does deciding which project to even start count? Oh, and Charisse is working on gemstone chip earrings. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Oh, and Piper's trying Kumihimo weaving. Very nice. think I've been doing the most like a more statement earrings, kind of just more simple wire wrapping projects lately. That's what I've been working on. Oh, okay. So Martha's saying, have you heard of people using pony candy beads with memory wire? My daughter got hooked. Oh, that's fun. Santa Barbara girls enjoying watching me today. Oh, that's nice. We have such a nice community here. Okay, guys, I'm going to swirl it down and see where I'm at. Because I have a feeling I'm getting close to this loop. Kind of, sort of. Okay, I have a little bit more to go. So you see here, this is how we're building it up. So it's starting to look like two different bracelets here. Oh, hello, Rhett. We are making the Bohemian Czech Glass memory wire kits today. Brand new. All right, I'm going to keep going here. Ooh, Susan's working on a necklace with a large blue tassel and gemstones. Very nice. Yeah, gemstones are so beautiful. I have a special little box of my favorite gemstone beads, and I keep it tucked away. And sometimes I just go in and open it up and look and kind of drool and then, plan a project around a bead. It's usually with gemstones for me, I usually find the gemstone and then I plan the project around the gemstone. Okay, let's see where we're at, guys. We should be there. Here we go. And then just make sure you don't have any gaps in your wire when you do scoot these down to look if you're done with your rotation here. So that's actually pretty good. So if you see where we came to, we're overlapping almost. I'm going to add one more green bead, and then we're ready to go on to our third loop color. And so our third loop on this one is just an entire round of seed beads. So just a solid round of seed beads. So for my kit here with this colorway, it's just blue. But your kit, whatever colorway you order, you will get, of course, that color of seed beads. Like the turquoise and silver one comes with these pretty, I think this is a crystalline silver, or silver line crystal, I should say. Oh, Gigi, you made it to the show. Yay. Welcome. And Rosemary saying, I can't wait to start. Hooray. These are fun. And there's 4 colorways for you anyone just joining us. We have turquoise and silver. These are all glass beads. They're all these are the Bohemian Czech Glass memory wire kits. So no plastic beads, all glass. And just 4 different colors to choose from. And the memory wire comes pre-cut. That was something I really wanted to make sure happened, because not everybody has memory wire cutters and they're not inexpensive. So I wanted to make sure that the memory wire comes pre-cut, so you don't have to own a pair of memory wire cutters to be able to make this bracelet. But you might get hooked on memory wire after making this kit. I love it, Francie. Welcome to a new addiction if you've never done memory wire. It really is. Memory wire tends to be my go-to because it's just so fun. It's just the joy of playing with beads. Like you don't have to overthink whether you're doing, a stitch correctly, or if, you're trying to catch your beads with loom work, or, any of that stuff. You just get to have fun playing with beads. And we all love beads for sure. Okay, so this one's nice because there is no pattern we're following. So I'm just putting these on. I really liked the blue color of these two. It's kind of like a dusty metallic-y blue. It's hard to describe. I thought it was a really pretty blue color. Oh, good, Nicole. You've been wanting to learn this. And memory wire is great for people who have trouble with clasps. Absolutely. What I haven't really gotten into, and I want to, is there's memory wire for necklaces too. I always go for the bracelet, but there's also a ring and necklace memory wire, which is pretty neat. What size memory wire is this? It is a medium-sized memory wire. So it'll fit most wrists because it does stretch out, or if you have a really tiny wrist, it should still fit. It fits most wrist sizes. We went with the medium one because it definitely is the most universal. Okay. Oh, okay. So the color palette that I am making, so the one that I am making right here is the blue, green, purple one. And if you want an actual like kit number, it's this one here, KBSP100A. This is the one that I'm making here. So this is with the blue, the green, and the purple. Oh, a memory wire necklace tutorial would be really fun. Oh, and good. Michelle is helping too with some questions here about which ones. Yeah, if you have any questions about which kit is which, let me know. I'll hold them up. Michelle and I will try to sort that out. The only ones that are kind of at all similar, I would say, are these two, is the purple and bronze. And then this one here, and this one that I'm making has the blue in it and the green. Okay, I'm going to scoot my seed beads down, do the little shuffle, and see where we're at to see how many more we have to add to finish that loop. Okay, so this is where we're at right here. So you see how it's building up. Oh, Sandy's working with a bracelet with teacup beads. I love teacup beads. Okay, so here we go. And so I have a little bit to go. See, there's a gap between where this loop started and where I'm at. So I've got probably another like 15 little seed beads to put on. Ooh, Piper would make a bracelet with chakra colors. And I apologize, guys, if I miss any comments. I know Michelle and Eric are pulling some out too to help with as I'm looking at my beads here, stringing these guys on. Oh, hello, Tanya. Welcome. Oh, thank you. So Eric is also monitoring YouTube and posting some YouTube comments as well. Thank you, Eric. I'll try to answer any that I can. Okay, so let's do a few more. So nice to have Eric and Michelle there in the background to help. Okay. So let's wind this guy down, see where we're at. Oh, thanks for the hearts, guys. And don't forget that shopping bag icon. If you do have, you want to see more about a specific kit, they are all in that shopping bag icon where you just click on it and you'll be able to get to them. Okay, so here we go. It overlapped a little bit more than I was planning. So I can either just leave it or take a few beads away. I'll just take a few beads away just so you see how easy that is to do. So just grab the beads you don't want and slide them off the way they came. Pretty easy. All right, and then our next loop. So we've done 3 loops so far. Our next loop is just a solid loop of the largest bead that we have, which are falling down on my floor right now, which are these guys right here. These, for this one, it is going to just be a color mix because that's a strand that came in this one. Some of the other kits just have like a solid color, like this turquoise one has a really pretty solid teal Czech glass bead. How long is the memory wire? You know what? I don't know how to measure that. It's 6 loops long. It's not something you can straighten out and put against a ruler. But it will make basically a 6 loop bracelet, essentially. But that's a really good question. Oh, Piper should be getting her Beadaholique package next week and can't wait. That's wonderful. Okay, so I'm just putting these on. You see that this one's going really fast because these beads are so big. So we're almost done with loop number 4. And then we can look and see what we've got. And then we'll only have 2 more loops to do, and then we'll finish up our bracelet. And so for anyone who missed the beginning where I showed how to turn the end to create basically your bead stopper, we're going to show that again at the end of this so that you'll see that finishing technique. Okay, so let's scooch these all down. Still have a few more to add, I see, but we're definitely getting there. This is definitely building into a nice bracelet project right here. This is what we've got so far. So I'm just going to keep going, adding some more beads. And this was like a multicolored strand. I just put them on randomly. Oh, okay. So we have a question about, would like to know how long or row of memory wire to cut it at. So for these particular kits right here, we've gone ahead and we've pre-cut the memory wire for you into 6 loops. So 6 rows, 6 loops. We've done that because memory wire requires a special cutter. It requires a memory wire cutter because it's a really strong steel wire that retains its shape, which is great. That's how you get this really cool coil effect, how you get that body and that stack effect to it, and why you can twist it around your wrist, pull it off, and it retains its shape because it's a really strong wire. But that means that you need a special memory wire cutter. We do sell them at Beadaholique, but we didn't want someone to have to buy them in order to make these kits. So we pre-cut the memory wire into a 6-loop coil for you. But good question. Okay, so we're ready for loop number 5, and these will all be in your instructions. So for those who are joining us kind of midway through here, these kits do come with instructions, including your loop sequences as well. So those are available. So you don't have to refer to the video, although this is replayed. Can you use metal snips cutters? So I would not recommend it. Like here are my cutters. Early on in my jewelry making, I did try to use them for memory wire, and what would happen is I would actually get like holes in my blades. Like it would actually dent the cutters. So I would say only use memory wire cutters for memory wire. Okay, so we're ready for loop number 5. So loop number 5, I'm just going to kind of refer to one of my samples here. It's going to be a pearl bead. Again, these are all Czech Glass, pearl, 4mm, Czech Glass, and then a seed bead. So let's go ahead and we're going to start with a pearl. And then we're going to do a 4mm. And feel free to mix up this pattern. You don't have to follow my sequences. These are suggestions, but you can definitely play and do whatever you like. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, and we're just going to repeat that. Pearl, 4mm, seed bead. Oh, I like that. Marilee saying, I've used a saw with a number 4 blade. I love that. Laureen is saying, I've destroyed a good cutter by trying to cut that thing. Yep. I know, I have too. And until someone tells you that you can't do it with a regular cutter, you just don't know. So I think that's one of those things that like you buy and you're like, oh, it's wire and it's not that thick and it'll be fine. And then it's definitely not fine on your nice cutters. Okay, so I'm just repeating this pattern here. And you see, I still have a lot of beads left. These all came in the kit. So they're all there, and you're going to have some extra too. And I think I mentioned this early on. I also made a YouTube video, like a standalone video for these. So if you ever want to go back and rewatch that, if you order the kits. It'll be the same info as we have here, but it's just maybe a little bit more concise. So if you ever want to refer back to that, there's also that resource. Oh, thank you, Eric. I love that comment you posted from, I'm going to say this wrong, Aradaha Deva. They're so beautiful and gorgeous. Thank you. Oh, Gigi saying I got my husband's toolbox and used his wire cutter. You know, I've been tempted to do that before too. Yeah, I don't think I understood fully, like when I was a little younger, about like different tools for different projects. But now I definitely, it's like I have thread snips and you only cut thread with your thread snips. And I've got fabric cutters and you only cut fabric with your fabric cutters, and memory wire cutters. It's kind of interesting how that happens. Oh, yes. Dale saying she loves adding charms to the loops for that boho feel. Yeah, I love that too. So definitely, if you guys have a charm that you like, you can easily add it to this. Or you could pick up a charm and just, all you need is a charm and a jump ring. The little loops are going to be there for you to hang them on. So that's ready to go. It's a great way of personalizing it too. Like if you want to give this as a gift and get like a little initial charm, that would be really nice. Or if someone loves flowers, you can get a little flower charm, put it on here. If he uses cutters, you can't cry when he uses your sewing scissors. I love it. Okay, let's see. All right, so here we go. We did the loop. So we are 5 loops done here. So here is what we've got so far. So you see that it looks like 5 distinct, well, it is 5 distinct patterns. So when you stack it and you wear it, it looks like you've got 5 bracelets all in one. And we're down to our last loop here. So this is our last little bit, and it's actually not quite a full loop. But it'll still give that appearance of a loop. So I overlap just a little bit on this one. I'm gonna pull this off right here. And then I'm gonna do my last sequence. So my last sequence, let's see, is, where did I go? Okay, so my last sequence, I'll refer back to my sample here. So we've done all of these, basically, all of this. It's just a cube, a seed bead, a cube, a seed bead. Again, feel free to mix that up. You can definitely change that around however you like. So cube, seed bead, cube, seed bead, cube, seed bead. Okay, I'm just going to keep doing that until I get to the end, and we're going to leave a little gap, and I'm going to show you how to finish this bracelet off so all your beads stay on and you have a complete project. And I think you could add any charm to these. I think it would look really nice. Like I think there's a lot of possibilities. Ooh, Jackie's saying she loves charms. You can envision charms placed around the entire bracelet. Oh, that would be really pretty. Oh, thank you, Laureen. Thank you, Santa Barbara girl. These were fun to design. I was trying to come up with a new kit. I was like, what would be really just kind of fun and joyful and pretty? And I was like, memory wire, because I love memory wire. And I love like a Bohemian feel, and the Czech Glass is so pretty together. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. Oh, I see all the little floating hearts. Thank you guys. We're almost done with this bracelet kit. We'll review all the colors again one more time so that you guys can see all the colors in person, which is the beauty of being able to do videos and live. Is it's fun to be able to show things, turn them around, all of that. Oh, thank you, Dale. Okay, let's keep going. Almost there, guys. And you can see we still have a lot of beads. So you're not going to run out of beads on this one. Oh, I missed a question. I saw a question that went up too quickly. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry if I missed a question there. I think there was one and I just saw the tail end of it. Oh, good. Okay. Do we ship to Canada? Yes, we do. I think Michelle caught the question I missed. Thank you, Michelle. All right, almost there, guys. So when you start to get to the end of your memory wire, a couple things you're going to want to do. You're going to want to give it a good little shake. Make sure that there's no gaps in the memory wire where maybe a bead got stuck like along the round and didn't go all the way down. You just have like a blank piece of wire. So you want to just kind of double check it. Make sure you're happy with your design. So you do that. And then when you get up here, you need to leave between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch. Now this is a little bit long. And yes, Marilee, we do also carry end caps, end beads for memory wire as well. I know Michelle could pop up that link. The kit doesn't come with that. I thought I would kind of keep it a little bit more simple where we're just doing the turned loops and you don't need glue or anything. But we definitely do sell end caps for memory wire, which just look like little beads, and you can then use like a GS hypo cement to attach them. All right, guys, this is what we've got. Now we're ready to turn our end. So I'm going to show you how much I've left. So this is how much I've left right there. I always say it's like between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab it, and I'll hold this up to the screen. So for anyone who missed the beginning, this is exactly what we did in the beginning of the project too. Oh, hello, Rosetta. I'm glad you're here. This is saved, so you can always go back and watch the replay too. As soon as this ends, the replay is available. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn our end again. So I've got my chain nose plier. You could also use round nose. And we're going to rotate it on back and see how we're making like a little loop. Now, I like chain nose. I just feel like I get a better grip, but round nose works too. So you're just making a little loop. So you got that little loop there, which is ready if you do want to hang a charm or a dangle, and we're done. And we made ourselves a pretty memory wire bracelet kit. So I'll put this on. So to get it on, you just kind of coil it. Okay. Oh, the mat's amazing. I love my mat. It's my treasure mat. You can see it's got all the little cubbies. All right, guys. Here we go. So this is what it looks like on, and you can see it's got movement. It's not too tight, and it's very forgiving because it's memory wire. See, it stretches out, which is nice. And when we pull it off, it will retain its shape. So again, the colors, this is the one that I made. So this is the one we did here, which is the blue, green, and purple one. Can you use finial beads for memory wire end caps? Absolutely, Charisse, for sure. I do have a video on that I showed how to do it. I have a little trick where you stick them down in Play-Doh, and that makes them stick upright so you can put the memory wire ends into them. Oh, thank you, Santa Barbara girl. Okay, so these here this is one we made. And then here is that turquoise and silver one. See all of those pretty beads that you would get. So you get all the beads, you get the memory wire and all the beads, and the only tool you need is a round nose plier or a chain nose. Okay, and then we've got purple and bronze, and this is on a gold memory wire. You see that right there. And I love the cube beads in this one. I thought those were so pretty. Okay, so there we go. We got the purple and bronze. And then we've got the pink and green. So this is kind of my fresh, springy summer one with that crisp white. And you've got the purple, oh, not the purple, you got the pink and the green beads. All right, guys, I'm gonna flip the camera up real quick so we could say goodbye. But these are all the Bohemian Czech Glass memory wire bracelet kits. Okay, let me flip the camera up. And Michelle's got her good reminder about don't forget to check out your shopping cart if you have some of these kits in it. Oh, oh, beautiful. Great show says I've ordered them all plus some. Oh, yay. Hope you have so much fun with them. Yeah, they're really pretty. They're fun. Here, my camera's coming off. Okay. Yes, the turquoise would be great with sea life charms. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So here you go. This is the turquoise one. Really pretty. All right, and then here's the one that we made right now. So, and I like the sound. It's the sound of that glass. So all glass, no plastic, which is nice too. And then here's that pink one with the green. Nice stack, and that memory wire is nice because it holds its shape. You got me hooked on memory wire bracelets. They're fun. They're fun because sometimes we don't want to have to overthink things. I like that. I like when I'm not having to like retain a certain pattern or anything. I'm just having fun. Can you give the info for your earrings? Okay, so these earrings were done in a previous live show, and I know Michelle could put the link up there, and they're also a project on the Beadaholique website as well. This is actually just right angle weave with crystals, and I just did a little embellishing along the edge and some charm chain. So these earrings weren't hard. They were not hard at all to make, and you can see that. Boho Social House, fast and easy. Yeah, these are fast and easy. Like we did this in under an hour, even with me chatting. So that is kind of my project threshold. I like doing things in under an hour if I can, because I know I can finish it. All right, guys, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Monica. This is always a joy, always fun. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll be back here next week. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your kits. Have fun with memory wire. I'm glad you guys liked them. Thank you for all the feedback. It was great. Definitely feel free to play with the patterns. You don't have to stick with the ones I did. There are the stepped out instructions if you do want to, but have fun, play, enjoy. All right. Happy beading, everyone. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Bye, Rosetta. Bye, Laureen.